Hello, hello. This is the my artifact episode number 2416. Today's date is 17th November 2021. वाजले आता रात्रीचे almost 10 वाजले. Almost काय म्हणजे 10च वाजले. I am like a little bit of tired, feeling really tired. So what has happened? So today I wake up at 7 a.m. and soon as I wake up, I went to my laptop and look for the how much download it completed. So yesterday, like a 10 GB it was downloaded, but today's night, this night, yesterday's night and day after yesterday's night, it's 10 GB and yesterday's night is 4 GB. This is not because of that key my PC shut down. No, it's just like no, it's not. Actually, last night I got very slow speed internet, very slow connection, and that is why I get almost like a 4 GB of data downloaded last night. My file size is almost like a 63 GB. Okay, and how much it completed? Almost like a 37% completed. Okay, still it has lot more. Still it required lot much more data. Whatever, I am trying. Okay, and basically I am not kind of like a really hurry situation. I am taking things like I have so many games to play. Okay, right now I am actually downloading Call of Duty Infinity War. Infinity Warfare, and which is almost like a last franchise. And after that, there is a Warzone. Warzone is actually multiplayer game, and it's not actually story mode game. It's multiplayer game. So I am not playing that game. I am playing just for fun, just for interaction of the people, but I need some sort of cinematics and stories, so I am not usually prefer this thing. Then there is a Call of Duty Vanguard or Wallguard, I don't know. This game is really amazing, yeah, and I will play that, but it take too much time. Okay, right now I am playing Call of Duty 2, which is released at 2005. Okay, and it's really good. Yeah, I like the playing. It's kind of like a very low graphics, but the game I get is very smooth, which is really great thing for me. Yeah. So what has happened? So yesterday it just downloaded almost like a 4 GB. That is really not so enough. So yeah. Then after that, then after there is a one thing. Just I look for the mobile. Okay, and I went to the YouTube. And when I went to the YouTube, there is a new trailer, and that trailer is a Spider-Man No Way Home trailer 2. So when I see the trailer of Spider-Man No Way Home, it was like really amazing. Yeah. In this movie, actually, Sony owned this movie. It's not Marvel owned. Actually, it's a Marvel franchise. Okay, but actually, almost like a 80% of share is um, is is have Sony, because Sony's have right, like a Spider-Man is a Sony's right. Okay, and they wanted to be create a multiverse concept, and they wanted to be include all those Spider-Man that we are actually seen from these years ago. Actually is that key, the superhero concept is start from Spider-Man. Okay, Spider-Man and Batman. Superman, yes, but Superman is usually every time Superman elaborate in the movie, uh, people are kind of like spoiling him or teasing him because of his costume, and because of the technology we didn't have that much technology to represent Superman very precisely. Before the Man of Steel, when the Man of Steel arrived, Man of Steel, that movies clearly represent the Superman. Okay, yeah. So before that, okay, there is a Spider-Man and a Batman. Batman, yes, and Spider-Man. Those are two superheroes which are kind of like a people knows like those are the superheroes. Okay, and somehow slowly um, some of the studios are um producing some of the superheroes, and right now we are in this superhero era. Like we can see any superhero movie almost like once in a year. Once in a year night, just like twice in a year or maybe thrice in a year. Like a DC and Marvel, they are always try to represent their superheroes, and some superheroes they require lot much more time to represent their story. So they created some of the web series. It's kind of like the mini movie. It should not called mini movie actually. Like a movie is actually have almost like a 2.5 hour runtime. Okay, 2.5 hour runtime, and in that runtime you have to represent everything about your character, protagonist and antagonist, everything. But web series is actually very fluctuate, which have very much time and space. So as a writer and as a director who can portray their creativity on the web series, and that is really good. And some of the web series are really great, like Agents of Shield. Agents of Shield is actually not a superhero but related to the superhero. Okay. Then there's so many superheroes web series. Okay, I didn't really watch any superhero, but yeah, WandaVision. Okay, WandaVision. Yes, those are superheroes. Loki are superhero. Falcon and Winter Soldier, superheroes. Uh, what if? What if was really great. It's an animated web series, and in that animated web series, it's kind of like a is try to representing some of the multiverse concept, and it's really good. I like watching this what if web series. I'm talking about actually Marvel web series. There is also a DC web series, Flash. Yes, Flash was super amazing. Like I am really fan of Flash. Okay, then there is a Supergirl, but there is a problem with the DC. Actually, they have two Flash. Okay, like in the movie we know something really different Flash, and in the web series we have something really different Flash. Okay, and but they are also representing things like a multiverse concept. So it's bit really common to me. Like right now we what is the thing happened, like most of the people and most of the film franchisee and the story is kind of like a bit really confused to understand. Like actually it started from the Marvel. Okay, so during almost like a 90s or 80s centuries, Marvel has created some of the comic book, and they are representing some of the superheroes in comic book. Okay, it's look really good, feels really good, and people are usually buy those comics, and they earn some of the revenue. At that time, Marvel is actually a single owned company, and Stanley is kind of like a really father of. I'm not saying father, but kind of like a related at the beginning stage. Stanley was attached to that Marvel. Then after some of the times, the film and televisions are actually introduced to the people. So people is usually addicted to the television, and they don't really wanted to read some of the comic book, even it is so good or not, but they didn't really wanted to read. Okay, because television is really good. Okay, so this is actually happened with them, like it actually affect their business. Like don't, people are usually, very less amount of people are buying the comic books. And yeah, record ho raha hai, yes. So very less amount of people are buying the comic books, and which is something like a it will affect on their business. Okay, so they have like a Marvel have so many rights about all the superheroes and all those things, because they created those superheroes in their comic book. Okay, and they are not actually earning any money. So they are, so what is the happen, like um, at that time, any other like a Marvel doesn't have enough money to create own movie. Okay, so which is very difficult for the Marvel. And another thing is that he, because of low amount of money, they are sell their uh, character or rights, character rights, to the different studios. Okay, so Fox has a really good amount of rights about the X-Men and the mutant, like whatever the mutant in this comic book, they all buy all those rights, all those character, to the Fox. Okay, then after that, Universe also buy Hulk. Then Sony's also buy Spider-Man. Okay, and then rest of the character is still with the Marvel. Okay, still have with the Marvel. So another production studio is try to make the movie, and there is a one gorgeous example and luxurious example is a Spider-Man. Okay, so at almost like a 2008, yeah, 7, I'm not really sure, but at that time, the Spider-Man, first Spider-Man, there's a movie, they are actually creating very high amount of revenue from that movie. Okay, and Sony understand this thing, and at that time Marvel realized that they created a very huge mistakes, like selling their character rights to the another studio, which is really not so good. Okay, they understand their mistakes, but at that time they are try to planning their own movie. Okay, but still they don't have enough money. Okay, so sorry, it's almost like a 2000. So actually there is a one movie which is actually created by Marvel, and that is Iron Man, which is in 2005. Okay, that film is kind of like a really good. Okay, people like it, but the most of the people like Spider-Man, like a 10 out of 8 people like Spider-Man, and 10 out of 6 people or 5 people like Iron Man. Okay, so still not getting enough money, but they are try to creating their franchise. Okay, Marvel is has a really big plan, big idea, okay, about their characters and how should we reveal all those things. So slowly Marvel created some of the money, on some of the money from their movies, and they created another movies, like after Iron Man they created Iron Man 2. Okay, in 2008. Okay, and after 2008 they created another movie, is Captain America, the first Avenger. Okay, so for Captain America, first Avenger. Okay, and actually Marvel is not actually earning lots of money from them. Okay, but still he was trying to making that kind of movie which is really good in the future plan. Okay. uh, in here, Sony is actually earning lots of money from their loving Spider-Man. Okay, so they don't want to sell Spider-Man to the Marvel. They want it to be build something really. How? So Sony wanted to be create something really Spider-Man universe. Okay, like in that Spider-Man they introduce some of the Venom and another Spider-Man. Okay, which is really good as also. Okay. uh there is also another thing ki. Okay, yeah, Hulk has a universal own Hulk. Okay, like a Universal Studio have Hulk's character rights. Okay, but they have some sort of patch between Marvel and Universal. Is that key? They have to create movie at after 3 year or each 3 year. Okay, even they didn't really create any movie about Hulk in each 3 year, then the rights will go to the Marvel. Okay, so this is exactly happened. Like a first Hulk movie is actually owned by Universal, but the second Hulk movie is actually owned by Marvel. Okay, but story is really connected, and the as also the character is little bit of change. Okay, but the story is meant to be little bit of same. Okay, and in the Marvel studio, like the at the Avenger, they introduce something really different Hulk, like a Mark Ruffalo Hulk. But usually at that time, people don't really called Hulk as a superhero. Why? Because of that key, his personality is not really into kind of like a superhero, because he looks something really big, he looks something really ugly, he looks something really different. And because of Hulk is looks something really different, people don't really connect with him like a superheroes kind of character. So yeah, so that's why Hulk is actually not so much represent in the Hollywood. And so and that's why they didn't really, as a Marvel, they didn't really create any standalone movie for Hulk. Okay, but in the Avenger they represent Hulk, and which is really good, really good. Yeah. So this is Hulk, and then after that Fox. Yeah, so actually it's in right now almost like a 2021. The Fox, like in the uh, Fox means like a Fox studio, they created a very great movies with the X-Men and X-Men Mutant, and they was really great, like X-Men first, second, the Last Stand, then First Class, and then X-Men Apocalypse. Then it was so amazing movie. Like when you watch the X-Men movies, it's really great. Okay, and actually they are earning also lot more money. And uh, if Marvel wanted to own the X-Men franchise, they didn't have enough money. Okay, and as also they didn't have enough money to buy Spider-Man as also, because they didn't have enough money. They just created only just three movies actually. Yeah, three movie, and then after the Thor. Okay, Disney understand the Marvel plan. Disney understand what is the things, like what is he's planning about all those things, and then Disney owns Marvel. Disney is actually a big studio, very big studio in the Hollywood production. Actually, Disney's represent as a cartoon character, as a Mickey Mouse character, which is actually from almost like a 1989. Okay, and the Disney is earning lots of money from their franchisee and the cartoons and things, but as also they have so much big hand on the movies, like I didn't I like so many movies like a Pirates of Caribbean. Okay, it's also owned by the Disney. Okay, and there are so many movies. I am not really sure, but it has almost like a, so much movies. Yeah, so Disney owns Marvel. Because why Disney owns Marvel? Because Disney understand that ki in future, I'm talking about in 2009 or 2010, at that time people are usually loving some of the superheroes movie, and as also superhero means like that small kids are also liking that. Okay, so at that time, like in 2010 or maybe 11, 12, I'm not really sure, but at that time Disney realized the potential of the Marvel. Okay, and as also they are the superheroes concept is really good, and kids liking that. Okay, and basically as Disney actually represent a movie for the kids. Okay, they have a really special criteria for almost like a fifth year from 20 years for the kids. Okay, and they actually created some of the movies represent for the kids as also. And superhero is actually a very good movie, and superhero is actually feels really great for the kids, and they understand that ki, if we own the Marvel, it was very good deal. Okay, so I don't know, but they own Marvel for almost like I don't know, they like so much money, almost like a billions of money. Okay, and at that time Marvel gets really good, like he gets really much stability about the financial thing, like he is financial stability. Okay, like a Marvel wanted to be make something really movie, so he didn't really worry about the money at all, because Disney's own the Marvel. Okay, so whatever the Marvel wanted to be, but actually there is one thing is that key Warner Brothers own DC. Okay, but Warner Brothers changed some of the things in DC. Like they didn't really set the proper goal for who is a director and who is making, and they don't have any like a DC movie is looks really good in one single movie. Like when you watch the Dark Knight, Batman 2, it is something really good. That movie is really great, but that standalone movie is really great, but it's not connect with the franchise, it's not connect with the cinematic universe. Like right now Marvel didn't really earn any money, single money from their standalone movie. Like basically the Captain America, that movie was complete flop. Okay, people didn't really watch at all. Like a box office collection was a really very less. Okay, but still they make it. As also after the Captain America they make Thor. Okay, because of people didn't really know about those characters, so people don't really care about, so people don't really watch about those movies as also. Okay, but when they created the Avenger in 2012, they realized that ki no, Marvel is tried to putting something really, Marvel is tried to creating some of the cinematic universe. So that's why people got the attention, and that's why that Avenger, first Avenger in 2012, it was popular movie in the world, and that's why as a Disney understand the potential of the Marvel, and that's why Disney owns the Marvel. And Disney tells them ki whatever you wanted to do, you wanted to do. I will not interfere. Like whatever money you need, you just need to ask. I will give it to you. That's it. But you just have to make just superheroes movie, and that's it. That's the Marvel wants, and that he gets. And it was something really good for the Marvel. Okay, and after the Avenger, the Marvel didn't really stop. He just constantly making something. He was planning and scripting and things like that, and movies after movies. And they created a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. And they, and at the end of phase 3, there is a Avenger Endgame, which is something really good. Okay, as compared to DC, DC is actually really DC is like a, in the DC movie, when you watch the standalone DC movie, it looks really good, but it not connect with the cinematic universe. Okay, they are try to creating some of the cinematic universe, like Batman versus Superman. Okay, in that movie they are, yes, they introduce some of the Wonder Woman too. Then Wonder Woman has a really standalone movie which is also even great. Okay, and then after that Justice League. But I don't know what is happened with the Justice League. Like Zack Snyder created a really very great movie with the Justice League, but Warner Brother didn't really want it to be, because of that. I like DC movies. Yeah, actually, I like something like, I like dark and desaturated and silent tone and emotional. I like that. It feels something really good. And actually, DC's try to create some of the comedy, but it's just like most of the people didn't really connect. Like what is I'm trying to tell you is that your genre is really good. Like most of the people are really good with the comedies and actions. So like Marvel is actually started from the comedies and action. Like from the Iron Man 1, he is actually representing from comedies and action. Okay, but DC is not. Like when you watch any DC movies, it little bit of dark is always be a dark. Okay, and it's always be something really good. You don't need to change your genre. As आप समझ रहे हो कि कॉमेडी और एक्शन ज़्यादा चल रहे हैं, तो आप कॉमेडी कॉमेडी फिल्में बनाओ या कॉमेडी एक्शन फिल्में बनाओ जिससे आप ज़्यादा पैसे कमाओगे. नो, इट्स नॉट. इज एक्चुअली कैरेक्टर represent the genre. Okay, this is a really important factor. Like Tony Stark is actually very billionaire playboy. He wanted to do something really different. Okay, so what is dark inside his life? Nothing. Okay, कुछ भी नहीं उसकी ज़िंदगी में. जो भी है वो मज़े से करता है, जो चाहे वो, और वो टैलेंटेड भी है, वो कुछ भी कर सकता है. सो बेसिकली द कैरेक्टर represent the genre. But Batman has a really dark secret, because he went through so many stuff. Like his parents was die, and he is stubborn at almost like at the age of 12, and he was alone till the age of 12, and whatever the things happened during, and whatever the things, it was so many things. Okay, so that's why Batman creates something really dark. As also, as you compare with the Superman is also literally dark. Like he is actually came from another planet, and he has so many stress about like finding things about where he came from, and what is the purpose of all those things. He has all those things. So it also relate with the dark. It also literally relate with the emotions character. That's why I'm telling you कि character represent genre. Okay, you should not change your genre. Like comedy and actions, like most of the people like comedy and actions, so DC has to be tried to make. It should not. Okay, DC tried to make something really different with the Shazam. Okay, in the Shazam movie, they wanted to be take something really light mood and little bit of comedy. I am not actually disappointed. It's really good because of the Shazam is actually a kids movie. Okay, is actually Shazam is actually a kid, almost like a 14-year-old kid. So yeah, and Aquaman is also really great. Yeah, because of that, Aquaman is not really dark. Okay, it's kind of like a something really freedom. Okay, and as also there is so many punches about the Aquaman, and he was not really kind of like a superhero, and people don't really like the Aquaman because Aquaman sucks. Okay, but in the Aquaman movie in 2018 was mind blowing. Yeah, यानी जिस तरह से कैरेक्टर रिप्रेजेंटेशन और एक्टर ने पूरे जान डाल दिया, and he looks really badass, and they wanted to be make this Aquaman movie is really badass, and they make it. They definitely make it. It was super amazing and super brute, super great. Okay, yeah. Wonder Woman, obviously Wonder Woman is not a dark. Okay, like a Batman, Superman is a dark. Okay, but Wonder Woman is not dark. Wonder Woman is actually little bit of feminism movie. Okay, and it is really great. Yeah, as compared to like a, if I wanted to compare a Wonder Woman movie with a something really Captain America Winter Soldier. Trust me, I like Winter Soldier. Yeah, why? Because I like Captain America. So, but dude, it's just like Wonder Woman was really good. Yeah, it was like it is also really breaks some of the so many records. Okay, so what is the future of DC? Like, they are actually changing from genre from each and every movie. So, how is this thing? Well, you is actually the genre of the film is actually depends on the character. That's why I tell you before, and this is also relate with the character as also. Okay, I am expecting superhero movie, like I am expecting Superman movie in the future as a dark. It should not be comedy, it should not be light, it is always be a dark. Batman movie is always be a dark, and it should be dark because as a viewer I'm really good with the really dark. And obviously the character is also represent those genre like a dark and emotions. Okay, Shazam is really good, and obviously you have to put really little bit of light as a chef for the Shazam because Shazam is a really small or kid character. Okay, um, Wonder Woman is very much feminism. Okay, it's really great. It's like a DC के पास एक जबरदस्त हीरा है वंडर वुमन, और इसके साथ आप बट वंडर वुमन 1984 आई डोंट नो यार क्यों ऐसा कितना गंदा किया, आई डोंट नो, बट इट वाज समथिंग really not so good. Okay, I am real didn't really like it. I hate it literally, just like बकवास कर दिया यार वंडर वुमन, पूरा कॉस्ट्यूम ही चेंज कर दिया. एंड शी डजंट लुक रियली वॉरियर, शी लुक समथिंग रियली, I don't know, it's something really stupid. Yeah, just like I don't really like it. Yeah, and the color is really punchy. I am not really sure like why they make something color so pop up. Like the Wonder Woman costume is so pop up. The red looks red brighter, and green and blues and things. I don't know. Yeah, but whatever. Yeah, but Marvel is something really different. Like after Phase 3, they there is so many changes with the Marvel movies as also. Like Black Widow is not comedy, it's dark, very much dark. Uh, actually I know Black Widow from Iron Man 2. Okay, but Black Widow is actually a side character all those times, so people don't really focus on her. See, people don't really know about her as also, but she has a really very difficult past. Okay, and that's why the this movie is Black Widow is actually movie is very dark and very emotional too. Okay, I do you like this movie? Unfortunately, I didn't really like it. I wanted to watch, but after almost like a middle of the part, I just skipped the movie. Yeah, I just didn't really want it to watch. Yeah, so yeah. Then after that, at the at the three at almost like a Marvel created a phase 3, and in the phase 3 they introduced so many character like Iron Man, Thor. Yeah, okay, let me tell you one thing. Character according to the genre. Okay, so Iron Man is a comedy action. Okay, it should not count as a dark. Captain America, yes, little bit of dark, but should not like a actually it has a some sort of inspiration. Okay, because Captain America leads the Avenger. Captain America is something really big. He feels like a, when you saw the Captain America, you feel little bit of inspired. Okay, so yeah, and in each Captain America movie represent these feelings, so it's really good. Okay, then there is Hulk. I didn't really see any Hulk movie after the Hulk 2. Then I didn't really see any Hulk movie, so yes. uh, then after Doctor Strange, yeah, Doctor Strange was really good. Yeah, like in the Doctor Strange, actually people don't really know about the Doctor Strange as also, but Doctor Strange is really very very action, like he was really powerful superheroes. Yeah, powerful. It just he was like a mind blowing. Yeah, like right now, like a No Way Home, the power of the Doctor Strange was Toba. Yeah, it was super great. Ant-Man, Ant-Man is always be a kind of like a comedy dude. Because Ant-Man is should not count as a superhero, but still is a superhero, and he always be a comedy. Okay, it should not represent as a dark, and yeah. Then Thor, dude. थॉर तो कॉमेडी के लिए ही जाना जाता है डूड. थॉर तो पार्टी थॉर है. ही वाज पार्टी थॉर. या थॉर तो या. देन आफ्टर दैट कौन बचा अभी. बहुत सारे यार, देर आर सो मेनी सुपर हीरोज, एंड और आगे भी बहुत सारे सुपर हीरोज आएंगे एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. यस डूड, आई एम टॉकिंग ऑलमोस्ट लाइक अ 37 minute now when I'm talking about the movies and things like that. So बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो मन में है, and I wanted to talk more and more about things, and it makes me feel really good when I'm talking. And yeah, what about the project? I'm starting my editing. Okay, and tomorrow I have to submit my project. Will it be done by tomorrow? Yeah. Why? Like actually, like how, like you started your editing from today and you think like it will be done by tomorrow. How? I'm trying. Okay, I am not telling very surely that it will be done by tomorrow, but yeah, it will be done by almost like 80% of work will be done by tomorrow. Okay. Right now I'm very much tired. I wanted to sleep because I went to the I went to some of the marriage ceremony. So I'm a little tired, and yeah, I have to be upload. I have to upload almost like a 8 gameplay of Call of Duty. Before that, I actually upload almost like a 1 hour, 2 hour gameplay, which is really not so good, and people don't really watch that gameplay for that period of long. So I am actually dividing my gameplay in 10 minutes by level, which is really good, and people get really connected till the end. So yes, so yeah. So that's it. Thank you.